Since starting the Lakers games on the bench, Russell Westbrook has played much better than before. The player seems much more at ease and his numbers have improved considerably. Still, there's a high chance that the Lakers board wants to get rid of the point guard's high salary, negotiating with some team that wants to make room on its salary sheet next offseason. From behind-the-scenes talk, the thinking is that if Russell Westbrook is traded, the time it takes to acquire the point guard will end up applying the buyout and making Russ a free agent. Journalist Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report suggested a trade that would send Kyrie Irving, Bojan Bogdanović, Alec Burks and Noel Nerlens to the Lakers for Westbrook, plus 2 other players and draft capital. In this article, Pincus said that people involved with the NBA believe Russ would sign with the Heat if he went through the buyout process. The Pistons probably don't see Westbrook, Beverly or Nunn as important rotation players and may look to trade any Lakers player they get in the trade. If Westbrook is bought, the buzz around the league is for him to sign with the Miami Heat. The Heat, who came very close to reaching the NBA Finals last season for the second time in 3 years, are just 7-11 and in dire need of an injection of pace and attacking power. If Westbrook took Pat Riley's time offer, he could give Miami time just that. Lakers already have a strategy to make an exchange. The Lakers will definitely wait a little longer before thinking about making any trades. Although the tempo has won a few games recently, the 5-11 record is far from ideal and today the tempo ranks 13th in the Western Conference. But there is no doubt that the board wants the team to have a chance to try to compete in the playoffs this season. While a trade could change the course of things in Los Angeles, caution has still been at the forefront of the board at this time. Recently, NBA insider Dave McMenamin stated that the Lakers' plan is to have a 50% record through December 15 and consider making a trade after that point. What they think is realistic is to have a 50% win rate on the season by December 15, when deals start to potentially open up in the league, because that's when contracts signed in the past off-season can be traded. And then maybe you can finally make that switch with the draft pick that's been talked about for months and months and months, sometime from late December to mid-January, and make it an added boost for this time. Pelinka and company had a solid plan from the start and it doesn't look like it's going to change course. Having more options on the table and knowing how this climate can still play out is quite sensible. As has been frequently reported, Lakers' first-round picks are seen at other times as very valuable, and many people may be more interested later in the year than they are now. The truth is, we are already at the end of November, and the end of the year is right around the corner. It remains to be seen what the Lakers already have in mind and considering their future. There are a number of intriguing options, but the board needs to make sure they get the deal right, as they only have one chance to field a competitive roster. Trade Russell Westbrook. While the Lakers are still having a disappointing season, you'll agree that Russell Westbrook's game since coming off the bench has evolved considerably. Russ is enjoying his Lakers' best season since arriving in Los Angeles, and has had 10 or more assists off the bench in 4 consecutive games. He is the first player since Muggsy Bogues, 1990, to have 10-plus assists in 4 or more consecutive games as a reserve. Good performances aside, hardly Russ will leave the rumors of time change until something really concrete happened. But is it really that the Lakers still intend to trade Russ this season? According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, some executives believe the Lakers will stick it out and stick with Westbrook if he continues to produce like this coming off the bench. As a starter, Westbrook averaged just 10.3 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists and 2 steals per game, with a meager 28.9, 8.3% three-pointers. But since being placed in the second unit, Westbrook is averaging a more productive 16.8 points, 8.6 assists and 5 rebounds per game, on 43.6% shooting and 39.6% three-point shooting, a big improvement if compared to a 30.5% career average. However, nothing changes the fact that the Lakers have to pay Russ the $47 million salary, which makes it impossible to have the flexibility to assemble a more competitive roster. The Lakers may be carving out an identity on the court, but it's hard to believe this squad can win a championship. Scotto noted that the Lakers offered a guaranteed first-round pick and Westbrook to the San Antonio Spurs for Josh Richardson and Doug McDermott prior to the season. Although the Spurs wanted an unprotected pick to take on Westbrook's massive salary, and the Lakers faced Richardson and Doug McDermott ahead of the season, though the Spurs wanted an unprotected pick to take on Westbrook's massive salary, and the Lakers competed. In late October, The Athletic's Shams Charania reported that the Lakers and Indiana Pacers discussed the structure of a deal that would have sent Miles Turner and Buddy Hield to Los Angeles for Westbrook, but those results also hit a snag in negotiations for the draft. The Pacers reportedly wanted the Lakers' 2027 and 2029 unprotected first-round picks. If the Lakers are going to get rid of Westbrook's salary, draft considerations will have to be part of the deal. But perhaps Westbrook's recent resurgence has given the Lakers more patience and, in turn, an edge in the deal.